Hi, my name is Amy Palmer, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you about the scariest, most chilling day of my life. The day I cursed at my doctor, telling him to go beep himself before running out of the room crying my eyes out, wishing I'd never stepped foot in his office. You see, since 1995, I've suffered from unbearable, agonizing back pain. I felt like I was being stabbed with a rusty knife, and it lasted all day, every day. For 25 years, this excruciating pain made my life a nightmare. I took so many pills every day, including antidepressants, that I felt like a drug addict. I gained over 30 pounds of body fat because I could no longer exercise. My husband and I were constantly fighting, and I felt him slipping away, which was only made worse because my relentless back pain meant we couldn't have sex. I was terrified he'd ask for a divorce, and that our sweet children would grow up in a broken home. I was so desperate that I tried everything. Chiropractors, physical therapists, massage therapy, stretching, yoga, acupuncture, cortisone injections, pills. Yet despite all my efforts, the pain got worse and worse. My hopes had been shattered so many times, I thought I was destined to live with back pain forever. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, my doctor sat me down and told me I needed emergency surgery on my spine. My back was so damaged that the discs were about to snap, and the doctor warned me that without immediate surgery, the sharp discs in my back would break, slicing my spinal cord in half and leaving me paralyzed from the waist down. Even now, talking about it has me almost in tears. It's hard for me to tell you this story, but it's important that you hear it because in the last 6 months, my life has turned around drastically. Through a strange twist of fate, I discovered a simple movement that gave me instant relief and completely eliminated my low back pain and sciatica in just 3 weeks. Being pain-free has transformed every area of my life. I can exercise again, and I've already lost 22 pounds of body fat. I'm thriving at work and even got a promotion recently. My husband and I are stronger and more intimate than ever before. My insomnia is gone, and I have the energy of a woman 30 years younger. But the best part is that I was able to avoid surgery. And 6 months later, medical tests show my back is stronger and healthier than it's ever been. So why am I telling you all this? Well, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I eliminated my back pain naturally in less than 3 weeks, and show you how you can get the same relief without chiropractors, physical therapy, invasive medical procedures, addictive pain pills, or bogus supplements. Instead, I'm going to show you a simple movement that puts your spine into perfect alignment and provides instant relief from pain by releasing all the tension that builds up in your back. This movement has been verified by top experts from Harvard, Stanford, and Yale. It's so effective that it's used by the world's top athletes, including NFL footballers, NBA players, and MMA fighters to stay injury-free. It's even used by Hollywood actors when preparing for a physical role. This natural movement only takes 30 seconds to perform and works the very first time you use it. Not only that, but it also helps to treat bulging, herniated, or slipped discs, as well as sciatic pain, in 30 days or less. The best part is it requires zero equipment, so you can do it from the comfort of your own home. It's so gentle and easy on your body, you'll never break a sweat. And it's doctor approved, so you know it's completely safe. I promise this will work for you, even if you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. Even if you're completely out of shape, and even if everything you've tried in the past has failed. But that's not all, because in a moment I'm going to show you the #1 mistake people in back pain make. Hint, you're probably making this mistake right now as you watch this. How the pharmaceutical companies have rigged the system to profit from your pain, and the most important thing you can do to take back control. How to prevent boomerang back pain when your pain returns again and again. Now, I have to admit that when I discovered this information for myself, I was extremely skeptical. After all I'd been through, I couldn't believe that a 30-second movement would give me instant relief from back pain. But as you'll see in just a moment, it works better than anything I've come across, which is why I'm so excited to share it with you today. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what this secret is. And I'll give you step-by-step instructions you can use right now to get instant relief from back pain and sciatica and completely eliminate your pain in 30 days or less. Like I said, my name is Amy Palmer. I'm 53 years old and I live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Until recently, my life was destroyed by low back pain. But it wasn't always that way. Growing up, I was a gymnast and competed all over the East Coast. All through my 20s, I was in great health. And by the time I turned 30, I was living the dream. I was climbing the corporate ladder as an advertising executive. I was a devoted mother to 3 beautiful children. I was married to the man of my dreams. On top of all that, I still had time to volunteer at my church and run 3 miles every morning before work. I had everything a girl could want, but then things began to go downhill. It started quite innocently. I was at work, and just like every other day, I had spent 8 hours sitting in my office chair hunched over my computer. As I stood up to go home at the end of the day, I felt a twinge of pain in my lower back. It was quite mild, so I didn't worry much. After all, everybody's back hurts from time to time. I took a few Tylenol when I got home and didn't think about it again. But as time went on, the pain returned more and more frequently. For example, if I took a long drive in the car, my back would be on fire for the rest of the day, and I'd struggle to fall asleep that night. Or my back would start to ache when I went out for my daily run. So I'd have to walk for a few minutes, waiting for it to go away. When the pain was light, it was quite manageable. I lived my life as normal and put on a happy face, pretending everything was okay. But after a few years of this, my life began to fall apart. Badly. The pain became absolute torture. I'd be in complete agony from morning until night. The minute I woke up, I'd feel a sharp, searing pain in my lower back, which made it almost impossible to get out of bed. And to make things worse, I suffered from burning sciatic pain that ran all the way down my leg to my foot. I tried to hide it, but I walked with a limp. And even though I was still in my 30s, I felt like an 80-year-old woman. One by one, all the things I loved were taken away from me. For example, going to work became a nightmare. I used to love my job, but now sitting in my office chair was excruciating. I would count down the minutes until meetings ended, and I took a scary number of pain pills to get through the day. I struggled to concentrate, and everyone around me began to notice. I was less attentive in meetings, but I was too embarrassed to tell anyone how much pain I was in. I just didn't think they'd believe me. At the end of the day, I waited until everyone else left so they wouldn't see me limp out to my car. To make matters worse, I had to call in sick so many times I was afraid I'd lose my job. I had to stop exercising because it was too painful, and my body paid the price. I gained more than 30 pounds of hideous body fat. No matter what I wore, I felt ugly. Every time I sat down, I had to rearrange my top to hide the rolls of fat on my belly. When our family went on vacation, I was so ashamed of my body, I refused to take my shirt off. I didn't want my own husband to see me in a bikini. Even going to church, which used to be one of the highlights of my week, became impossible. I was losing every good thing in my life, and I was terrified that I'd be in pain for the rest of my life. The most frustrating thing was I was doing everything I could to get better. I tried 5 different physical therapists, 10 different chiropractors, and I had as many massages as I could afford. I tried cortisone injections, acupuncture, hot yoga, personal trainers, but nothing helped. I was poked and prodded by doctor after doctor and referred to specialist after specialists, but none of them gave me the answers I so desperately needed. I felt hopeless and fell into a deep depression. I didn't want to get up in the morning because I couldn't face another day of unbearable pain. My doctor prescribed antidepressants, and I'm ashamed to admit it now, but there were times where I thought of ending it all. However, it was last year when I hit breaking point. You see, about 6 months ago, my husband and I were sitting out in our garden, drinking sangria and enjoying the sunshine. I finished my glass and stood up to pour myself another one. And that's when it happened. Oh! A bolt of excruciating pain ran through my lower back. The pain was sharp, searing, and unbearable. It felt like I'd been stabbed with a knife.